Hey guys, Jess Hallock here. Today we're going to talk about the investment of HALOCOUTURE extensions versus all the other methods and products out there, and so that you can make the best decision for you. I am personally a numbers person. I can appreciate quality products, but I just want to make sure I'm getting the right value and it's fitting my lifestyle. So I thought I would lay it all out for you. I've never done a video like this, but I know it'd be really helpful, especially if this is where you're at. So I'm talking to you if you are getting some type of extension. You are just comparing which one is going to be the best value for me and also fits my lifestyle, is also going to give me the look that I want, and I can understand why it's very daunting. And you should know that I have had every method, like every temporary option and almost every permanent method out there. I'm also certified in a lot of the methods. So I'm speaking from a customer side who has invested, done the maintenance, and then also from the stylist and salon side of what I am recommending for my clients. So if you were in my chair, there's always three categories that I would be going between with you to make sure that we're picking the right thing for you. So we would be looking at customizing options, price, and maintenance. And there's three types of methods that I'm gonna go over and just constantly compare, because there's really three categories. So there's temporary, which is gonna be your clip-ins, your off-brand of HALOCOUTURE, just things that you can purchase directly online or in a store and take home. You might bring it to your stylist to be customized, but you're just buying it direct to consumer online and not going through a professional. And then HALOCOUTURE extensions with the service that we offer, and then permanent methods. And that means tape-in, iTip, Handtied, Keratin, any of those permanent methods. So I'll constantly be comparing those three just so you know all your options, because I think that's really important. So if you are comparing, first thing we would do is look at your hair type. So if you are on the ends of the extreme spectrum, so if you have really fine hair, you've lost a lot of hair, you went through a lot of breakage, you need an extension that looks very natural, is gonna blend with your current hair situation, and is also gonna be very comfortable. And then if you have really thick hair, you need a lot of hair to blend that. You're gonna appreciate the customizing options a lot more. And then if you're in the middle, you have a lot of options, but at that point you're just looking for quality of investment so that you don't have to keep rebuying or spending too much. So speaking just to customizing, up until probably a year or two ago, the biggest difference between temporary and permanent was that permanent, because it was getting attached to your head in the moment by a professional, they could custom color those extensions to match you exactly. They could also custom cut them exactly to your haircut, and you could decide how much hair you needed to blend and create the look that you were wanting. Some people need less and some people need a lot more, or they need it in a certain structure. So as of a year or two ago, we've gotten really good at bridging that gap. So when it comes to temporary, you'll go online, you'll pick out your color, you might have a rooted, a balayage option, but it's just what you see online. You order it. Same thing with a halo that's just direct to consumer. And then a permanent method, you can have everything done in that one appointment. HALOCOUTURE extensions, we can do all virtually, and we can customize it exactly to your hair. So we go off of photos, and we can custom color like a root, a balayage, we can tone it. I do all the cutting based off of your photos. So I have a picture of you up, I see your hair structure, and then I can cut the extension with you in mind so that when you put it on, it's ready to go. Another option with HALOCOUTURE extensions is that they do have multiple thicknesses. So they have two types, an original and a layered, and that is a big gram difference of hair. And it's also a difference. So the originals are like they're straight and then they get thick at the bottom. So if you're just wanting more of a natural thickness, that's what I'm wearing right now, that's what you'd be looking for. If you have really fine hair, that's what we would be looking for. We'd also definitely be wanting to customize a root and layering option for you so that it blends the best if your hair is very, very fine. And then if your hair is really thick, there's a layered option, which is much thicker. It's structured differently so that it can blend your fullest point, and I would know that based on your photos and seeing your hair texture. So having HALOCOUTURE kind of gives you the best of both worlds as far as that goes. There's also a variety of pieces. So when you get your hair done with a permanent extension, you're committing to a length. So most people will start with at least an 18-inch, maybe a 16, and definitely longer. But if you have worn permanent extensions, then you know that that's not always what you want to be wearing as far as length and thickness. So I love with HALOCOUTURE extensions, you can still get that customized perfect look for you, but I can go from a 16-inch that's thinner to a 22-inch that's long and thick to a 14-inch that just gives me fullness, or I can grab a ponytail piece. Like I have that variety that I can get different customized looks whenever I want. I'm not just stuck to one look for 6 weeks until my next appointment. So as far as customizing option goes, that is a huge benefit from HALOCOUTURE that is the best of both worlds, that you're not just buying it sight unseen and hoping that it matches. You are getting that professional touch where we can customize everything and send it directly to you. Another category that we look at is maintenance. So along the same lines of committing to a length and thickness, because you won't be able to take it out of your hair until you go back in for a tightening. Those are the appointments that you don't have to do with HALOCOUTURE. So anytime that you go in to get permanent, they'll recommend that you get a tightening done every 5 to 8 weeks, at the most 10 weeks, but usually it's 5 to 8 weeks. So you're going in pretty regularly. And at this point, that's more often than a lot of us get our hair colored. So that's an additional appointment. And then with temporary extensions, there isn't any maintenance as far as going in and getting anything moved up or changed. I would just say the biggest difference is how often that you will need to replace them. So that's another factor. Permanent extensions, I would say consistently you would be replacing them twice a year. And anytime you do a new install, they give you new hair and then you tighten it 2 or 3 times. And then at some point you start rotating out the hair that's getting worn out. And then with temporary extensions that are clip-ins, again, off-brand halos, you are getting, that really ranges. You could get clip-ins or a piece that would only last you 2 to 4 wears if they're really low quality, up until maybe 6 months. And what I'm comparing is if you wear them regularly. Like this is part of your identity at this point. You always are wearing extensions. This is the metric I'm using. So with a halo that is not HALOCOUTURE, you'll be needing a new one every 3 to 6 months if you're wearing it like every other day. And then with clip-ins, it would probably just last a month. HALOCOUTURE extensions, depending on how you care for them and if you're doing it properly, all those things, you would get a new one every 1 to 2 years. I will say I've had people that have them for 3 to 5 years, but just to be safe, 1 to 2 years is very, very common. And along with the maintenance, we include a lot of those things for free that would help you care for your halo. And that's just included in our package so that you can get the most longevity out of your piece. And that brings me to price. So everyone, we know how it goes. Price range absolutely matters. So if you're buying temporary extensions, again, the lower quality, you'll be spending anywhere from $50 to $400 depending on brand, quality of hair, and how much hair you need. So again, if your hair was really thick, if you're buying clip-ins, you would definitely need 2 sets. You would need to double up on your halos at their low grams. So you would be making that investment every, 1 to 6 months, depending on how quickly they wore out. And then permanent methods, every time you get a new install at a minimum, this is general, from what I've heard, what I've seen, what we do in our salon, it would range from $1,200 to $3,500, $4,000 just for your initial install, and that's customizing the hair, probably coloring your hair, installing it, all of it. That's about a 4 or 5 hour appointment, all those things. And then when you come in for upkeep, it will be anywhere from $150 to $400 for your tightenings. It usually goes by row or how much hair you have in your head, and how long it would take your stylist to move up. So all in all, you would be spending thousands of dollars if you're doing permanent, and you'd be coming in for a lot of upkeep. And if you are doing a temporary option that isn't a great quality, then you'd be rotating those out pretty regularly, and you'd be spending on the very low end a few $100s a year to over $1,000 a year. But again, it doesn't come with those customized options. HALOCOUTURE ranges from $400 to $900. That big range comes from the different length, thickness, customizing options, and the different types of pieces that you can get. So It's kind of the happy medium. It is a happy medium between the two as far as price point, because how long that your piece is gonna last you and the benefits and the customizing that you will get from what used to only be from the permanent method, you can get with a Halo Couture extension and the service that we offer. So if you're looking for your best investment, considering those factors of maintenance, price, and customizing is huge. And I know so many of us are at that point where we are going to be wearing an extension because of hair loss, or because we just like our hair short, we don't care to make it long anymore, but we just want the options. People care about value and quality. And on top of that, we service everyone long term. So we have thousands of clients and we support them through email, text, videos. We have a website. Our team is at your disposal. And I also have a salon here in Gilbert, Arizona. So everyone is always welcome to come in and meet with my stylists. We are all certified in Halo Couture, and we specialize because we love this product and we love the benefit that it does for people. So we offer all methods in the salon, but that's why there's always a place for each one, because it just depends on what's best for you. But if you're looking for something that doesn't have a big commitment and will still be quality and be customized, the biggest thing, then Halo Couture extensions with my team would be your best option. So if you have any questions, if you were sent this video to get more information, I'd love for you to comment below. I also have a website, halobyjess.com. And if you would like to inquire to get this all done virtually, yes, we do it all virtually, talk to you, send videos back and forth, photos, and then I customize them here in my salon and we ship them directly to you with a bundle of goodies, free shipping, a whole bunch of stuff that is just so you have the best experience that you can with your extensions, and then of course the long-term support afterwards. So I hope this helped. I love this brand. I love this part of this industry, to be able to make that big of a change in your life as far as how you feel about your hair and what you see in the mirror. So I care about your investment, I care about your experience, and that is absolutely the most important thing when it comes to searching for extensions, because it affects how you feel about yourself and the experience you have with your investment. So if you have any questions, comment below, fill out the link if you'd like to inquire, and I will reach out to you directly.